Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com. It's Tuesday. It's October 31st. Be a chart lesson for today, and this ain't gonna take long. I mean, this was just a very weak day. Looked like we might get some movement early. We actually had the movement early, and then really from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, there was nothing happening. I mean, absolutely nothing. And you just right here, you know, if you put this to the far right side, you can see it. You know, you might have entered on that entry right there. Once you started going this way, there's just nothing here. Um, this one's a maybe by the time we've tested that, but you know, because you'd broken, really at that point, your highs were across here. So this is kind of like a breakout. It's so late in the day. I might make it green. I'll give it a green one, but you're probably better off to skip that one too. Um, but let's talk about the three trades here, and we'll wrap this up. And I mean, one of these days, maybe this thing is going to pick up again. But I think the problem is, and I'm just guessing here, it doesn't really even matter. But I think part of the problem is we're at all-time highs, and that's just not a smart place to buy, especially unless you're in a strong uptrend, which we're not. So nobody wants to sell this market, but it's just really dangerous, going out there and buying at all-time highs when the market's really just kind of flat. So I think that's part of our problem, and what we need is a nice, healthy correction, most likely, and then maybe we can start going up again. But we'll just have to see. So until that happens, we're got to do what we got to do here. So let's talk about the trades. When I came in, we were working up. You really don't get any option to buy until almost 9 o'clock, or I shouldn't say buy, any option for a trade till almost 9 o'clock. We had the break here, and you're looking for a possibility to maybe go long, but you just don't get it, and you get this failed second entry long here and a big bearish bar. I like that to go short, especially when you got a double top and then a lower high. Look how many times we tested that. That's like a triple top matching highs right there and a nice bearish bar. So I like that one. And that's a pretty good move. That's probably the move of the day, actually. This was actually coming back was a pretty good move too. But at that point, that was a pretty good move for the day. It doesn't seem like a very good move, but you would have had a runner. And but you did have a break and a close outside there too. The reason I like this one's a trap. You do have a little bit of a double bottom here too. This is looking like a range, especially when we tried to go. We should have gone higher there if we were going to go higher with it turning down. I'd look for at least a measured leg like that one. We got a lot more than that, but you could have had a runner there, and but we had the break and the new low here, so you might have hung on until we had two legs, which you got your second leg here. It wasn't a measured leg either, but there's your break and two legs down, and then it reverses. And this is a reversal pattern. It's not ideal, but it's close enough. Notice that we pushed right through the EMA, we pulled back, and right off those first couple of bars there, you actually broke lower first and then turn and go up. That's a nice bullish reversal type bar. I like going long there. Just looking forward to at least test these highs, and we may get the new high because you had a break here, correction, and then you may push up for a new high, which is exactly what happens. But of course you got a little channel coming up here too, and so you're thinking maybe on a second entry. There's a second entry here, but you're still kind of working down, but then you get the close outside, move to a new low. So I like that one. You might argue to enter here, but if you did, you would have had a loser. It's awfully close to the highs, and you still got those. You can't argue with that trend kind of working lower there. But once you had the break in the new low, I like trying to ride this back up, and you might have let this break higher and use a limit order because there's not a lot of room here. There's probably just enough, but look what ends up happening. It just goes sideways. You wouldn't have got stopped out and it would have gone on to work, but would I ride this out? Probably not. I probably would have, as soon as I could have got out with a tick, or maybe, I probably would have exited when you're going sideways like that. And you just want to stay out of that. There's no sense in getting in it. You might have looked at this one as your a failed break out of all that. But again, if you'd enter there, you wouldn't have had enough room to get out. So you're better off to skip it. Same thing here. You really don't have enough room to get out, but it's like a breakout pullback long, and we still don't have a new high in place. And we still don't have two measured legs. I took that off. Here was our first leg up. And you think we might get a measured leg. And we still didn't get it, but we did get the new high. We maybe missed it by a tick or so, it looks like there. And there just wasn't anything. I mean, that right there from really started around 10 o'clock. And you didn't break out of that till 1 o'clock. I mean, 3 hours of that, it's not even worth hanging around for. So, there's just nothing here. So, if you had a hard time today or you couldn't find anything, don't feel bad. You weren't alone, because there's nothing here. And it's difficult trading this stuff when it's like this, and you're better off not to try to trade this stuff when it's like this. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Maybe we'll have a little better day tomorrow. But I'm done for today. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.